Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and the Restless Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, December 9th, Summer Newman will come up at the Abbott home. She will advise Kyle Abbott to put up a united front and inform Harrison Abbott of Claire Newman's situation. Since Claire wants to inform Harrison that she was leaving her position as nanny, Kyle will object, but Summer will not back down. Summer will say it's none of her business, as Kyle questions whether Summer is truly okay with his relationship with Claire. Kyle will presume that Summer and Chance Chancellor are still happy, but she will clarify all the drama that followed Daniel Romalotti Jr.'s imprisonment and acknowledge that they are taking a break. Harrison will soon hear from Summer and Kyle about Claire's exciting new position with Nikki Newman, which means she can no longer be his nanny. Harrison will be relieved when Kyle assures him that Claire will remain his friend, despite his disappointment. Harrison will acknowledge how much he loves Claire, and how much he would hate to never see her again. Claire will discuss all the good things that have happened in her life with Victoria Newman and Cole Howard at Society. However, Victoria will secretly worry to Cole that things are going a bit too quickly. Kyle will confess when he sees Claire that Harrison already knows she won't be his babysitter any longer. Claire expressed her want to tell Harrison directly, which will distress him. Kyle will clarify, though, how Summer made telling Harrison together a source of contention. Claire will soften and give Harrison a few kisses when Kyle reassures her that she can still speak to him later. On Monday's episode of YNR, Michael Baldwin will show up at the cottage with an update on the toxicology result that Chance Chancellor shared. Mariah Copeland, Sharon Newman, and Nick Newman will all discover that Nick's intuition was correct. Since there would be proof that PCP was added to the bottle to coat the tablets, Sharon's medications were in fact changed. Although Michael acknowledges that it is doubtful that it was an accident, he will point out that the lab was unable to provide an explanation for the medication's tampering. They will still have to respond to that inquiry. Sharon will be horrified to hear that she had hallucinations, memory loss, anger, and paranoia, because PCP may induce all of those things. Sharon will acknowledge that the PCP had an impact on her actions, but she will also bring up the fact that Heather Stevens is still dead as a result of her. Michael will suggest that this tainted medication discovery might actually aid her case, even if Sharon won't know what she's going to do about her plea. Michael will be supported by Nick and Mariah, but Sharon will ultimately decide she needs some alone time to process everything. Sharon will have flashbacks in the park of the night she woke up in Heather's apartment after a blackout, and she will also recall the night of Phyllis Summers' crash. Sharon will question how this could have occurred, and who might be pursuing her. Nick will also discuss with Michael and Mariah the importance of identifying Sharon's attacker before they retaliate. Jordan would often moan about Claire's comfy appearance with Kyle at their budget motel room. Since Jordan overheard the toxicology report and the police officer's awareness of the PCP, she will also have some unfavorable news. Jordan will maintain that she has never messed up, while Ian Ward will accuse her of doing so. Jordan will retaliate against Ian for waiting for information when she has been taking chances. Jordan will threaten to bring the entire business crashing down on Ian if he doesn't comply once she forces him to venture out into the world. Jordan will caution that Ian needs to fulfill his half of the agreement. Ian will give in and wear sunglasses, a hat, and a black coat for his portion of the assignment. Jordan will promise Ian that she would find a solution to their most recent Sharon wrinkle if he goes to get information about Claire, Victoria, and Cole. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Jordan and Ian will keep taking on new challenges, so we'll share our predictions for all the future turns and turns. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, the turmoil continued into December, as the Sudser made a huge appearance for the November sweeps. Who else was taken aback by Jordan and Ian Ward's surprise cameos? Not to mention as a team, the awkward dance between Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson isn't quite as original. For a little moment, it appeared as though we were going to experience Chatham 2.0 during their one-night stay in Baltimore. Unfortunately, it appears like the show is now taking a crazy turn. Here is what YNR fans need to know to stay informed. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Is Chatham not meant to be? After Sally Spectra left him, Adam, being the skank that he is, was prepared to try Chelsea again. However, Chelsea's decision to reject her ex was a smart one. This brings us to Sharon Newman, Adam's next potential ex-adventure. Fans watched what many consider to be a major clue about Adam's next conquest in the show, that aired on December 5th. According to YNR teasers, is Adam Newman interested in hooking up with Sharon Case? When Adam got to Newman Enterprises, he heard Michael Baldwin and Nick Newman discussing Sharon's defense plan against the murder allegation against her for killing Heather Stevens. Nick read Adam the riot act for being Sharon's poison and told him the conversation was none of his concern. Adam, predictably, objected to the dressing down. Nick is correct when he thinks that something unusual is happening in this situation. Hothead Adam messing things up is the last thing he needs. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Sharon admitted to murder. Adam, however, chuckled at the notion that White Knight Nick would believe he was the one who could save Sharon. Nick warned Adam not to meddle with their ex because the brothers' relationship became so tense, which essentially ensures Adam will act in the other way, particularly now that Chelsea and Sally have both ignored him. Tell us, YNR fans. Do you think Sharon and Adam should move on, or do you want to see a Shadam reunion? According to Monday, December 9th teasers for The Young and the Restless, Jordan is struggling to accept that her niece Claire Newman is making out with Kyle Abbott. Now that Claire is aware of Kyle, it appears that Jordan has a way to blow her mind. Will Claire ever be able to get rid of this witch? Spoilers for The Young and the Restless. Jordan astonished. Jordan was recruited by Ian Ward to spy on Sharon Newman's daughters, which is why she spied on the two canoodlings. Jordan obviously witnessed more than she had anticipated. Jordan is concerned because despite her disguise she spoke with Claire. Getting caught and going back to jail is the last thing she wants to do. Ian, however, is pressuring her to follow his instructions. Since his discharge was lawful, Ian doesn't have to worry as much. This truth is used by wily Jordan to control Ian and motivate him to establish himself in the Wisconsin hamlet of Genoa City. He has nothing to lose after all. If he plays politely and legally, that is. Nick Newman and Sharon Newman, meanwhile, are hopeful that the toxicology tests on Sharon's medication bottle will change everything. Mariah Copeland, who was drugged and coerced into marrying Ian, now has hope because to this. In reality, Sharon is innocent of murder, but only Ian and Jordan are aware of this. Thus, Michael Baldwin, her attorney, sends Detective Chance Chancellor the toxicology report right away. Did Sharon obtain a medication from Jordan and Ian that made her black out and have hallucinations? Indeed, perhaps. In the meantime, Nate Hastings' search for his half-brother Damien begins the week of December 9th to 13th, when he gets in touch with a private investigator that Devin Winters recommended. Audra Charles is uncomfortable with the scenario, so Nate keeps her informed. Amy Lewis unexpectedly asked Nate to find her son Damien, since she was near death. Could this entire situation be a ploy that will backfire on Nate? Fans of YNR, share your thoughts with us. Even in the near term, Victor will never accept that Diane and Jack were smarter than him. According to Friday, December 6th spoilers for The Young and the Restless. It's time to remind Genoa City residents that Victor Newman always prevails. Always. According to our understanding, this is what transpired. Diane deceived Victor into giving her Glissade by claiming that she and Jack were no longer together, and that she intended to harm both Jack and Kyle. However, Victor deceived Diane by only gifting her Glissade after he had liquidated all of the company's assets, leaving her with nothing but an empty shell. However, Jack deceived Victor by purchasing those properties at a deep discount and giving them back to Diane and Glissade. Victor now intends to use even more cunning to deceive Diane and Jack, so that the loop can simply continue to repeat itself. Victor is also aware of the reasons Jack put his life and sobriety in danger to prevent Nikki from drinking. The purpose was to humiliate Victor. Jack has no concern for Nikki's well-being. His sole goal is to discredit Nikki's more intelligent, sexy, and masculine husband. Nikki rolled her eyes and refuted this hypothesis every time Victor brought it up to her. However, Nikki is now curious about Jack's own intentions. Kyle has been informed by Summer that she is cool with his relationship with Claire, with the exception of those occasions when she has made it apparent that she is everything but cool. Harrison is the only thing that worries Summer, unless she seems to be more worried than Harrison. Kyle lacks intelligence. He is quite perplexed by this.